Hi, I'm Kevin and today we're going to play a few strums, starting with simple down-up strokes. Then we can see a few techniques such as palm muting and percussive strums, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same succession A minor to C to play these strums, because as you see, to change between these two chords you just have to move your ring finger. But I will also recommend you, if you are a beginner, to practice these strummings simply muting the strings like this. Okay, because this way you can forget about the left hand and focus on the strumming. And that's it. Let's start with some simple down-up strokes. Okay, so first thing, I play using my fingers for the downstrokes and my index for the ups. But that's just me. In classical guitar it's common to see people using the thumb for the ups. And it's also common to see people playing with a pick or with the finger as a pick. To play with the pick, simply thumb up, point the pick to the guitar, put it in the thumb and grab it, and there you go. And as you hear, the pick makes like a louder and like clicky sound, while the fingers are warmer. So you decide how to play, and now it's time to do it. So I would recommend you to get comfortable if is this the first time you grab a guitar, playing downstrokes, okay, simply. And when you get to that point, you can add some ups. When you feel comfortable playing down and ups, it's time to learn a few strummings. The one I recommend the most will be down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. Because with this strumming you can play all the songs you want, simply changing the speeds. So play a few times with mute strings and then play once for each chord. So let's start with A minor and play slowly, and then change to the C, back to A minor and C. At a point where this strum will be as natural as walk. You could be able to play and think at the same time, speak, sing if you like it, whatever you want. Okay, and when you reach that point, it's time to learn a few techniques. For example, let's start with palm muting. As the name says, palm muting is use the palm of the hand to mute or partially mute the strings. So you're going to play with the hand, keeping the hand near the strings, touching. And so you don't have to mute like this, you can partially mute. And this is pretty fun to play with your finger as a pick, or with a pick. I don't recommend you to play with the fingers because you have to keep the hand here and it's hard to play. And what can we do playing with this technique? For example, instead of playing a strum, we can mute and unmute the strings, doing things like as you hear, I'm playing the downstroke muting and then take off the palm and do the ups. And this is also very fun to pick notes. For example, instead of playing partially mute, and sounds very funny. And that's some things you can do with palm muting. Now we can jump, for example, to percussive guitar, and this is a slap the guitar. How can we make this? Well, it's a combination of two movements. One will be this one, rotate the hand, and the other will be this, get the hand closer. So playing both, it will be something like. And as you see, I'm hitting with this part of my hand, the thumb and part of the palm, these two lower strings, the E and A strings. I'm not hitting all the strings, I'm hitting just the lower ones, and with the palm I'm muting the rest. So at Strum we can play with this technique will be down up, hit, and then play an up. If you play this repeatedly, it will be. As you hear, I changed the chord after the last up. And other ways of playing this, of hitting this way, will be, for example, if you are pitching the guitar. What I'm doing here is simply rotating the thumb. Okay, I play, the thumb comes to the front, points to the front, and then goes back to the guitar. Or if you're using a pick, then you can't hit like this, because you don't have the thumb to hit. What you can do is something like. So what I'm doing here is these movements that I play to hit, now I hit with this part, and while I'm hitting I play with the pick, so you hear this chunk. Okay, so mute with this and make a quick downstroke. If we play this way, then the first pattern will be down, up, mute and up. And now that we have learned to play strums, mute and hit with the right hand, it's time to do something with the left. What can we do? Well, the left hand is playing the chords. And one thing we can do is, instead of playing always the chord, leave the pressure while we are making with the fingers. Okay, so instead of hearing this, you will hear, because we are not making pressure anymore. How can we use this? Well, for the down, down, up, down, up, I can remark the first two downstrokes, and you will hear this. So as you hear, when I play the downstroke, I'm not doing any pressure until I play it. Okay, so the two hands go together, and then I lift the hand, making pressure into the chord to play the up, 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 down, up, up, down, up. And we can move this, for example, to pair chords. In a pair chord, the hand is pressing all the strings, so we can completely mute or unmute the strings, and this way you can play funky strummings like as you see, the right hand is playing just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and the left hand is doing the work. So play twice muting and then twice pressing. I'm playing faster. And it's pretty fun. Or playing in the high strings, and again faster, you can play funky rhythms. And well, that was all. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you somehow to play your own rhythms. And as always, if you got any request or any doubt, feel free to comment. See you on the next video. Bye.